Hello friends, welcome to Truth of Physics. In this video, I will solve some very important problems related to clipper circuits. Okay, previously I have made a video on what is clipper circuit and how can you solve a clipper circuit, the basics of clipper circuit. I have discussed in that video. So the link of the video I will give in the description box. From there you can watch that. So before watching this video, if you are new to this topic, then I will suggest to watch that video. Now, how to solve this problem? This is problem number 1. Now here you can see that what is our first step? Our first step is we have to make the first half cycle first. Okay, now what is the input signal? So in both of the two problems, it is given that we have given this circuit a sinusoidal AC signal. Okay, so this is a sinusoidal signal. That means the input signal is like this. Okay, this is V in, this is time. Now in first half cycle we have to first make the first half cycle. So in first half cycle this is plus and this is minus. Okay, now you can see here that this is battery and this is plus terminal. This is, suppose this is our D1 diode. For simplicity I am denoting it D2 diode. Okay, so you can see that this is plus and this is N terminal of this diode. That means this and this, due to this plus, this will be in reverse bias. So for an ideal diode, I am assuming that these diodes are ideal. Okay, so for ideal diode, this diode will be just replaced with this. That means this circuit will be just open circuited, as this is now our reverse bias. Now we have to just think of this line. Now you can see that as time passes, now at t equals to 0, what is at t equals to 0? At t equals to 0, Vin is equals to 0. That means at t equals to 0, this is 0. Look at this circuit. This is 0 and this is dominating. That means, so this is plus terminal, this is plus terminal of this battery, and this is N. That means due to this will be in reverse bias condition. That means this will be just open like this. Now as time elapses, as time increases, then what happens? Till V in is less than 1 voltage, that is the voltage of this battery. That means V in is suppose 0, from 0 to 0.1, 0.2, like this it is increasing, and in this time period when it is less than 1 volt V input, then what happens? Then this voltage, this battery's voltage will dominate, and this will try to just force the current in this direction, and due to that this diode will be in reverse bias condition in this period of time. So in this period of time, if we draw the output voltage, then what happens? Then in this period of time this diode will be also open circuited. Okay, so this will be just open circuited, and this is again this is open circuited throughout this first half cycle. So in this time period, this will be, the V output will be what? These are just open circuited. That means the circuit is disconnected here. So this will just follow the V input. So in this time period, V output will follow the V input like this. Now next, when a time comes when V input will cross the 1 volt, that is, it is greater than 1 voltage, then what happens? Then this thing will just reverse. That means this diode will be now in forward bias condition. That means in forward bias condition for ideal diode, we know that it becomes an wire, and this becomes this. Okay, this becomes disconnected throughout the first half cycle. Now this becomes an wire, then that means V output will be what? Just we just want to find out the V output. That means this terminal, you have to just check out this thing, right? This, look. That means V output will be just equals to 1 voltage. That is this, the voltage across the terminals, across these terminals. So that is 1 volt. So this will be just 1 volt. So this will fix at 1 volt. This will be clipped at 1 volt. For how long time? For the time when, till the time when it will be again 1 voltage. Suppose this is 1 voltage. So it will first increase to this position, and then it will start to decrease the input voltage, and then a times comes when it again comes to the value 1 voltage, and then it decreases, right? Now when it decreases, that means the again this case happens, if V in will be less than 1 volt, and then again this the previous thing will happen, and the V output will follow the V input, because then it will again be in reverse bias condition, and this circuit will be open again. Now so this will be like this. Now this is the first half cycle, right? This is the first half cycle. Now in the second half cycle, what will be that? So in the second half cycle, as the polarity is changed now, because the V input is now negative, right? This is negative, this is upper side is positive, and V input, this is negative side. So now in the second half cycle, this is second half cycle. So second half cycle, this will be plus, this will be minus. The polarity is changed. Now what happens? Now you can see that this voltage source is trying to move the current, trying to trigger the current in this direction, and this battery is also trying to trigger the current in this direction. That means these two directions are same, and you can see there it is plus terminal, it is P N terminal of this diode. That means it will be reverse bias all over the second half cycle. All over the second half cycle, it will be just in reverse bias. So this line, now this is plus, this is minus, that means this is plus and this is P terminal of this diode. That means this diode will be in forward bias always throughout the second half cycle. This diode will be forward bias. That means this will be just a wire, and so V output will be what? V output will be just this. So here you can see that this is just a connecting wire. There is no battery in this position. That means here the potential will be just equals to 0, right? So now you can understand that the V output, as this is now disconnected, so V output will be just this, the voltage across these two terminals, and that is what? That is 0 here. So throughout the second half cycle, the V output will be just equals to 0. So this is, and this thing happens, this thing will continue, right? This is the first half cycle, this is the second half cycle. So this is the answer. Now coming to our next problem, that is problem number 2. Here you can see first half cycle. In first half cycle, first half cycle, what happens? This is diode D1, suppose this is D2. Then you can see that, look in this loop, this external source is trying to move the current in this direction, and this battery is trying to move the current in this direction. These two are just opposite. Now due to this battery, you can see that this diode is what? In reverse bias condition. Due to this is in reverse bias, that is, this is just open circuit till V input is less than 1 volt. Then in this time period, as this is dominating in this time period, that means in this time period, due to this battery, this will be just reverse bias, and this will be just open circuit. And this and what will be this line? Now you can see that this is plus, this is just generating current in this direction, and the battery is also generating the current in this direction. That means these two are just same, and you can see here plus, and this is what? N terminal. That means this is plus and this is N terminal. That means this is also open circuit. Okay, so this will be also open circuit. This will be just open circuit. That means V output will follow the V input like our previous problem in this time period. So V output is following the V input. Suppose this is V input. Now what happens? Now after this condition, after when V input is greater than 1 volt, then what happens? Then the similar type of thing happen. That is this was our diode. and then what happens, after this will dominate, the voltage source is dominating. Now as the voltage source is dominating, that means this is plus, this is p terminal, that means this is just now a conducting wire. So as this is connecting wire, and this is always what, this is always disconnected, right? So as this is now connecting wire, so V output will be what, just the voltage across these two terminal, that means 1 volt. So this will be just fixed at 1 volt, this will be fixed, and after that the similar case like this happens, and this will just follow like this, follow the V input. Now in the second half cycle what happens, let us understand that. The second half cycle, you can see that in this loop, this is plus and this is also plus, that means current is generating in a similar direction due to this and due to this. Okay, now this is plus terminal, this is N terminal, so this will be just open circuited. Okay, now this, what is this, what will be that this? Now you can see that this is plus terminal, this is negative terminal, that means the current due to this and current due to this and the current due to this is just opposing, right? Now in the first few time, as time increases, then it is 0, right? For the first few time it is very small, the value of the external voltage source is very small, that means in this time this is dominating, and as this is dominating, this is negative terminal, this is p terminal. So what happens, due to this battery, this will be in reverse bias condition, and this will be just open circuited. As this will be just open circuited, then V output will just follow the V input, because here these two are just open. Okay, the circuit is like this here, this only here, this is the V output, so this will just follow the V input. So V input it is following the V input. Now after some time, when this will start to dominate, then what happens, then the current will be generated due to this, because now this is dominating, that means the current will start to generate here, right, in this way. Now you can see that this is plus terminal, and you can easily understand that as here it was dominating first, then it was just open circuited, that means it was just our reverse bias, and now it is just dominating, and it is opposite to this polarity, that means now this will be just closed, that means this will be just short circuited, that means this diode will be now in forward bias condition. Now if this is in forward bias, you can easily understand that the voltage V output will be just due to the voltage in these two terminals, that means 2 volt, right? But you have to understand here that here the output voltage is taking, I am just taking the output voltage as this polarity, right? This is plus, this is negative terminal, but the battery is in opposite terminal, that is the battery's negative terminal is here and positive terminal is here. That means you can understand logically that this will be just minus 2 volt, and you can easily understand that from this graph also, that is this is minus 2 volt. This is just clipped at minus 2 volt, and after some time the thing again will be same like this. When this will again fall, right, and after minus 2 volt, if this is minus 2 volt, after minus 2 volt this will again, this thing will again be happen, and this will be just this like this. So I think that you have understand the concepts that how you can solve any type of clipper circuits. So there are also many type of various type of clipper circuits, so I will make some videos solving various type of problems relating to this topic. So if you are new, then subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications of my upcoming videos. So take care of yourself. Thanks for watching.